What the hell are you doing on LinkedIn? Stop accepting connection requests from people you don't know. Stop making connection requests to people who you think would be great clients for you, but you've never had a conversation with in real life. LinkedIn connections are people you can pick up the phone and call, and they will accept your call. They're people who can ask you for a favor, and you'll do it. They're people who can look through your online connections and ask you to connect them with someone, and you can pick up the phone, and in both sides, everybody is willing to make the connection because there's trust there. If you don't have a level of trust with someone, they shouldn't be a connection on LinkedIn. This is Dave Lorenzo, and this is the Do This, Sell More show. Welcome. This is our daily podcast. It's also a video show. So if you're joining us on YouTube, welcome inside the studio. If you're on the podcast, I am thrilled that we are having this conversation today. I spend so much time with my clients railing against connection porn on LinkedIn. You should be focusing on relationships, not connections. I call it connection porn because all you do is look at your connections and think to yourself, whoa, this is amazing. It is only there to please you. That connection number only exists to please you. Each one of those connections must represent a real life relationship. If it doesn't, you're only fooling yourself. Connections on LinkedIn are with people who you can actually talk to. They're with people who you have real life relationships with. Let's talk for a moment specifically about what LinkedIn connections really mean. If someone decides that they're going to accept your invitation to connect on LinkedIn, they should have three qualities. Number one, they should know you. In other words, if you called them on the phone and you said, "Hi, it's Dave Lorenzo," they would say, "Oh, hello, Dave Lorenzo. It's great to hear from you again." Insert your name for Dave Lorenzo. They should know you. They should know who you are. They should know what you do. And you should have already had a conversation with them in real life. The second quality these people need to have is they have to like you. Nobody should accept your connection request if they can't stand you. If I can't stand someone, I shouldn't be inviting them to connect on LinkedIn. Why? Because people can see my connections. That's the whole point of LinkedIn. It's a community existing to connect people. So why hide your connections? Open them up, let people see them, and when one of your friends asks you to connect them with someone who you're connected to on LinkedIn, you should be able to pick up the phone and call them so that the people who you're connected to, they should like you. The third element that must exist for LinkedIn connection requests to be fulfilled is the people have to trust you. You don't know me. If you're sending me a connection request, how do I know I can trust you? I'm not going to accept that request if we've never had a conversation, if we've never spent any time together, if I don't know who you are and what you do. Why would I ever accept that connection request? I'm not going to do it because I don't trust you. So if you know the person, if you like them, and if you trust them, write them a real email, get on the phone and have a conversation with them. Afterwards, say, "Listen, I'm going to send you a LinkedIn connection request. Accept it, because what I do with my LinkedIn connections is I offer them the opportunity to connect with other people I know, like, and trust." That's what LinkedIn's all about. If the people don't have those three qualities, you shouldn't be sending out a LinkedIn connection request. Now, I know, because I hear from my clients all the time, that there's software out there that will go and visit 50 or 100 LinkedIn profiles each day and then hope that those profiles that you visited will then send you a connection request. What good is that? What is the value of that? What is the value of having a random person in your LinkedIn connections? You're going to ask them for a favor? It's a random person. It's somebody who connected with you because you visited their profile. You may just like the picture they have on there. Or they may be the CEO of the company, and they're going to open themselves up to 1,000 spam requests a day if they connect with everybody who visits their profile. Why would you want to connect with somebody like that when there's no value to that? There is no value to connecting with a random person on LinkedIn. There is no value there. The only value is ding, 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 connection porn. It makes you feel good. That's the only value. So if you're doing it because your self-esteem is so low or a part of your body is so small that the only way you can satisfy yourself is to have a really big connection number on LinkedIn, you need psychological help. You need psychological help if you're just connecting with someone to have a high number of connections on LinkedIn. There is no way one person can maintain 30,000 real life connections with people. You'd be on the phone 24/7, 365 with people, connecting with them, emotionally fulfilling your obligations as a friend, emotionally fulfilling your obligations as a work partner. You can't have that many connections in real life. There is no value to that. The only value is that big number makes you feel good because you're not big anywhere else. You get what I'm saying? Don't connect just for connection porn's sake. Followers are a different story. If you produce great content in volume and distribute it on LinkedIn, let people click the button to follow you. Take your button and instead of connect, change it to follow. There are ways to do it in your security settings on LinkedIn, in your privacy settings on LinkedIn. Change your connection button to a follow button. And if you're producing a great deal of content, let's accumulate followers, people who love your content and want to see your content. I'm going to share a little secret with you. On all social media, organic reach is dead. So you can produce a ton of content. I produce content on LinkedIn every hour. I've got stuff going out every hour. Sometimes it's a video, sometimes it's an article, sometimes it's a native video that I embed, sometimes it's a 1-minute Instagram post that I repurpose and post on LinkedIn, sometimes it's a quote. Every hour I produce something, and I have maybe 3,000 people who are followers of me or connected to me on LinkedIn. 3,000 followers and maybe 6,000 connections. I'm sorry, the other way around. 6,000 followers and 3,000 connections. The 3,000 people really know me, like me, and trust me. I really know those people. I like them. I trust them. The 6,000 people are just followers. They're people who like my content. And that's great, but I get maybe 300 views on the average LinkedIn post that I put up there at this point in time. Now, if I grow my follower list to 30,000 or 40,000 or 50,000, I may get 1,000 or 2,000 organic reach views of any one piece of content. And that's fine. It's valuable. I'm happy with that. But that is not the real primary use of LinkedIn. My primary use of LinkedIn, at least for me personally, and what I teach my clients, the way I teach my clients to use it is LinkedIn connections are business relationships that I have, and they're people who are open to introductions from me to other people who can do business with them. I only introduce people I trust to other people I trust. So if you look through my LinkedIn connections, and they're all available for you to look through them, and you're a connection of mine, and you want to meet one of those people, you know what I'm going to do? I'm not going to do an online LinkedIn connection. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the phone, I'm going to call that person and see if they want to connect with you. And then after they tell me yes, they want to connect with you, I'm going to make the connection either in real life, the three of us are going to go to dinner, or if it's a distance thing, the three of us will get on a video call and I will connect you with that person on the video call. Why? Because LinkedIn is how I keep my business relationships together. It's how I make connections from a business perspective. You want to know who I know? It's right there on LinkedIn. Now, there are some people I know who are not on LinkedIn, and that's fine. If you want to meet one of them, you'd have to ask me who I know that's not on LinkedIn that could be valuable to you, and I'd have to really know about your business in order to connect you with them. But LinkedIn is a place where you can go and look at my resume. You look at what I've done in my history. You can also look at the people that I know and see who you want to meet on LinkedIn. Don't connect with everyone and anyone just so you have a big number. That's just connection porn. Followers are more valuable for you because they've opted in to receive your content. They want to see what you have to say. They want to hear what you have to say. They want to know what you know. So followers are more valuable. Connections are people you know in real life. Let me break it down like a fraction, okay? Here's how this works. If you wouldn't let the person in your home, they shouldn't be a LinkedIn connection for you. So if somebody, random person off the street, knocked on your front door and said, "Hi, I want to come in your living room, sit on your couch, and watch TV with you tonight," would you let that person in to sit on your couch and watch TV with you? Think about it. Would you do it? If the answer is no, that person should never be a LinkedIn connection. That person should wait outside on your front lawn and you can have a conversation with them there. That's a follower. That's fine. But if you wouldn't let them in your house to sit on your couch and watch TV with you during the day or for an evening at home, you should not have them connected to you on LinkedIn. Focus on relationships, not on connections. That's what LinkedIn is about. If you do this, you will be so much happier when you look at your social media profiles, particularly LinkedIn. You'll say to yourself, everyone in that contact database is somebody I could pick up the phone and call. All you have to do, Mr. Smith, is look through there. You want to meet one of those people? I'll be happy to connect you with them because I trust you and I trust every one of the people in there. LinkedIn is about relationships, not connections. Stop focusing on connection porn. Focus on relationships. This is the Do This, Sell More show. We're here on the podcast every day at 9 a.m. You can find us wherever you get your podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes, and we are on YouTube every day at 5 p.m. Every stinking day at 5 p.m. Make sure you subscribe, hit the like button if you like this, and leave us a review on iTunes. Your feedback is the lifeblood of what we do. Thanks for joining me today here on the Do This, Sell More show. We'll see you tomorrow, and make sure you're not focused on relationship connection porn on LinkedIn. If you do this, you will sell more.